What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, Tanked Up Apples. It's time for 1 month revision body transformation update. It's time to see week 1, the start, in week 4. Now, what's the difference? Right here. As you can see, I was quite bloated, quite big and chubby right here. And I'm looking way more cleaned up. Let's say cleaned up right there on week 4. Because I feel much lighter. First thing is first, it's really important. I feel extremely light right now. Even though I've only lost 2 kg, it's not crazy loss, but I feel lighter because of the amount of food I've been intaking is less. I feel way more confident. My clothing are fitting with space. There's no tightness, which I like. It's a good sign that I'm losing a little bit of everything. Obviously, I can't just lose fat, but that's the goal, to retain as much muscle as possible on my body and with losing as much fat as possible without being unhealthy during this weight loss and fat loss transformation series. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sleep on point. Actually on point. I'm gonna take my phone right now and I'm gonna do a quick revision from week 1 and all the points I've been through to week 4. So to today. The start weight was 65.6 kg on the 1st of January. My caloric deficit start was 2,000 calories. My goal for each month was to lose 1.5 to 2 kg a month. By the end of week 1, so by 7th of January, I was 64.3. So that was the most dramatic drop in weight I had, because obviously I reduced all the snacks and all the water weight from the carbs just exited my body. Then week 2, I finished on 64.3 on the 14th of January, Sunday. The only change I made that week was to reduce my calories on 1,850 calories for week 3 and to see if that plateau goes away of me staying 64.3 for a whole week. I reduced the calories to 1,850 every single day. And on Wednesday, 17th of January, I was 63.4, my lowest weigh-in. And then on Friday, 19th, I went back to 64.0. Then on week 4, I decided to drop it a little bit more because it's all these fluctuations in the weight and I wasn't able to tell whether or not I'm plateauing. So week 4 started at 1,750 every single day. On Monday, 19th of January, I was 64.0. And then I wrote down 23rd, Tuesday, I was extremely hungry and I decided to have a burger and fries off-plan meal. So I had about 700-800 extra calories than my normal caloric intake on top. So it was like a cheat meal. On Wednesday last week, I was 63.7. I immediately dropped weight from 64 to 63.7, even though I had a cheat meal, which is great. And then on Friday, I didn't weigh myself because my cycle came and I knew there's no point of weighing myself because I felt extremely bloated and watery and just swollen. I just felt terrible that day. And right now, week 5 is starting. I weigh 64.5 kg today, 28th of January. For this week, the changes for this week will be that I'm gonna be intaking 1,650 every single day of the week, training or rest, doesn't matter. And I want to see, I have 2 days left of my period. After my period is gone, my weight should come down immediately because all the bloat and hormones are going to normalize and balance out. So that's what I'm trying to see this week. The setup and the plan for the next month is to reach a weight of 62.5 kg by the end of February, which is quite realistic actually. This week, 1,650, and then I'll see how that goes. No cardio done at all yet. I'm not focusing on how many steps I do yet. I try to walk, but I'm not focusing on hitting a certain amount of steps. I'm just eating the caloric intake I've decided on, and I'm seeing how my body is adjusting. Sleep. It's been really good. I've been sleeping over 7 hours every day, which I cannot be happier about right now. I'm really happy I've been able to sleep this good amount, and also the quality has been really good. I'm not complaining. I have energy throughout the whole day, and with me having more fat the past 2 weeks, I've changed my diet, as I said in the last video. I said I'm having more animal fat from dairy and meat. What that means is, before I used to have 5% mince, beef, chicken, whatever. Now I'm having 15. Because if you think about it, I add olive oil to the 5% mince, which is fat from plant, and it's already having fat from plant, but plant fat isn't that good for you as animal fat for your hormonal functions and your bone and joint functions. When I get 15% mince, there's animal fat, there's no need to put olive oil or any kind of oil. The oil comes out of the mince, and the mince cooks in its own fat. The meat doesn't taste dry, and the meat tastes way more moist and juicy. Also, the amount I also feel way more satiated and full when I have more fat. Like full fat milk I've been having every day, probably half a liter. Greek yogurt, I've been having full fat. Eggs, the whole egg, no egg whites anymore. Feta cheese and meat with fat on it. No lean pieces anymore. Been having full fat meat. Fat makes you full, and you can't have much of it. If you're not binging and you're being real, you actually feel full after 300-400 grams of the meal. I've seen that I've been way more I've been feeling way more feminine with fat. Like way more nicer and way more or less irritable towards people, which is good, because I used to be I still am sometimes, I used to be very like instant reactive person to any situation, positive or negative. I'll just react immediately without thinking before. Now I'm able to stop and think, hey, calm down. You have a brain, you need to think what you're gonna say now. I have that ability now. Also, before I used to eat less fat to have more volume, but I still felt hungry. Even though now the volume is less, I feel more full. Before, I used to not be able to focus. I used to lose concentration immediately in my lectures, and when I had to do coursework or any editing on YouTube, any kind of work, I could not focus for more than 15 minutes. Now, when I go into the lecture, I'm able to actually listen to the person's words for 2 hours and not forget them. I'm really proud of that. I'm actually extremely happy about that. I don't know if anyone else feels like lectures are too long sometimes. Let me know in the comments down below if you cannot concentrate in your lectures. I couldn't because of my fat intake, and I'm certain on that. Now that my fat is over 65 grams a day, the concentration levels are different. Another thing it's a bit weird talking about is the desire. It's way higher. It's just higher. Before, it was low. Now, it's high. I haven't had any snacks. Oh my god, for 1 month I've been able to resist my favorite dear Doritos and tortilla chips. I've been able to resist grenade bars, pudding, like protein pudding, rice pudding, all sweet stuff, brownies, wafers, everything, croissants, everything. I've been able to resist it. Biscuits, everything is just there. Mentally, that makes me extremely proud of myself, and I'm extremely happy that I've made such a shift to my mindset, and I'm way more disciplined right now. I'm actually disciplined. When someone says, oh, here, have some, you usually just grab it because you feel uncomfortable saying no, like a piece of chocolate or whatever. You don't really want it, but you have it anyways, just to not make the person feel weird. Now, I take it, I say thank you, and I really appreciate the fact they asked me, or even my family asked me. I put it in my pocket, and I take it home, and I leave it in the cupboard. What a big win, guys. I'm winning right there with my mental discipline. It's been extreme. And although I haven't lost dozens of kg in the last month, I've made a big difference in all the other priorities I've been focusing on, being stronger on. Mindset, discipline, and being able to say no, and being able to be full after I eat my meal, and being able to learn that just thinking about food isn't everything, and you shouldn't be obsessed with just only thinking about that one aspect of your life. There's way more things to focus on. Your work, your uni, your workouts, your family, your friends, your partners, everything else is way more important than just being orientated around food. And I always used to be a foodie, and I think I'll always be. if I knew there was magic that I can't get fat and unhealthy with eating all the bad stuff, but I'm going to be unhealthy and I'm going to have a disease if I keep being food orientated. I want to be good and I want to give good advice for you to follow. I want to be able to give you good example here on YouTube. And when you go through that process, everyone fails and they go back up. And what's important is to not give up and to keep trying your best to be better every single day, because that's the biggest win. If you don't give up, you show toughness, you show that you want that thing, you want to succeed, you want to achieve it. Even though you failed last week or last night or last day, whatever, you ate something shit. Now, what's important is that you didn't give up. You woke up today and you said, I'm gonna make a change. I'm gonna eat healthier. I'm gonna go for a workout for 20 minutes. I'm gonna go do my coursework. Something nice that matters to you. That's what's important. Do things that are good for your body and your brain. Don't do things what society tells you it's right. Focus on what you feel like is right. And then, I promise you'll be sad like me and you'll be happier than ever with your own self. Because right now, I know I've never been happier in a weight loss journey. I've been trying to not follow all my past mistakes I've done in the past when I've been in a weight loss or a fat loss phase. And that's why I never got to an end point. And I feel like this time I have it and I'm certain about it. I'm gonna succeed in this weight loss and I'm gonna be stronger than ever, and I'm already stronger than ever than last month, than yesterday, because I didn't give up, and you shouldn't either. Just keep going. There will be ups and downs. Celebrate the wins, be realistic, and don't give up. Learn from your mistakes and try to not repeat them. Try to fix them next time, day, year. With that being said, guys, let's keep it cracking on the next month. And every single time on the week, on Monday, you're gonna see me talking like this. Because right here, it's all love and positivity and just a want and wish to help someone that wants to be better. What's your biggest goal and how are you going to achieve it? What's your plan to achieve it? I'm going to make a guide on how to get in the best shape this summer with the simplest steps I follow to be in the best shape ever. Let me know if you're interested in that video. And have a great day. Go be happy, smash a workout, cook your meals, eat fat, don't worry about it, eat protein, eat carbs. Just make sure they're nutrient dense. They have macronutrients inside. They're not just sugar and that's it. And just spikes your insulin levels and nothing else happens after. Thank you, Tanked Up Apples. And I'm proud that we are growing. 36 subs. Insane for 2 months. Bye.